Hello, I am Patinator, and I think failure is the most underrated ways to learn ever. Let me just reorient myself with the controls. It's not like I haven't played it in a while, it's just that Exanima kind of takes it out of me mentally. And every time I come in, it feels like a new game. And I do believe that failure is one of the most, let's go for a warm-up duel, I think. I do think failure is one of the most underrated ways to learn. Not even underrated, I think. Underrated might be the wrong word. It's like... people are afraid of failing. It's like the slightest sign of failure means that you're gonna always be a failure, but what are you gonna do? Be perfect off the bat? I mean, modern teachers, in some schools here are now taught to deal with like, oh my god, like students aren't trying to commit suicide because of boys anymore, or girls were trying to commit suicide because they failed one test. And like you tell somebody, I remember a story, and I'm doing this because apparently zenning out on a story helps me play better. Yeah. There is this amazing, beautiful girl, absolutely gorgeous, as in, and not just because she had, you know, breasts the size of blimps. Like when I saw her walking down the hall, I actually thought that the breasts were leading the party rather than her body. So that's how big they were, and she was absolutely gorgeous. And like she was in a creative writing class, and her writing sucked. She was smart, it's just that creative writing's not for everyone. And I mean, getting punched in the tit isn't for everyone here apparently either. And she started crying in the middle of class after the teacher gave her a, you know, a metaphorical reaming. A literal reaming would have gotten somebody arrested. And that's where we are at now. It's, you know, it's not about... How did I equip this? Double slash, by the way. And that's why I think failure shouldn't be glorified. But there's a lot of good things in failure. Failure is a diagnosis. Failure tells you what you've been doing wrong. Failure tells you that something is amiss and you need to do something before things get worse. I consider myself kind of a failure in life. I never graduated college. Come on, let's get you slashed up. I barely passed high school. I had to go into remedial in my 4th year. Didn't even march, indeed. And I don't know if it's a big deal in a lot of places anymore because I don't see it on TV anymore, but marching here back in 2003 was still kind of a big deal, to the point where my dad wasn't, you know, at the time wasn't really in my life when like we're gonna have a beer because you like didn't march. And I'm like, really, is this a big deal? And apparently it was. And I proceeded to try to go to college afterwards, but I guess structured learning, while very important, wasn't for me. Also, this quarterstaff guy is kind of a dick. We should counter faster, I think. There we go. That should be good. Okay, now we just hugged him, so that's not great. Come on. And I'm okay with it? No, I'm not. I'm okay with being a failure. It's okay to be a failure. What isn't okay is, one, denying it. If you deny your current status, how are you gonna work forward? A plan involves knowing where you are. Like, that's like trying to go somewhere without knowing where you're starting. I mean, I know I want to be successful, but I don't know, like, what my current status is and what I need to learn, which, by the way, is kind of a problem. You can't do that. Like, that's not how directions work. You have a start point, and you have an end point. And right now our end point is trying to get our axe into his fucking face. So our axe is hitting. Yeah, sorry, I just woke up with that idea of, like, I mean, failure's not okay. But it is not the end of the world. It is part of the process. The scientific process, good God, that thing is taking a beating. The scientific process is all about experimentation and testing. But now people don't, I don't know about, you know, people in general, but a lot of people don't even really want to do that, it seems. Let's slash you up. I'm not gonna die here, but I might get knocked out. Block. There we go. We finally figured out a way. Then I just want to say that if you're feeling like a failure, why? Figure out why you are in this position and move and figure out then what do you need to do next. You need to acknowledge it and understand that it is an okay position to be in. you can work your way out of it. You can get out of that hole. In Exanima, the metaphor here is I keep forfeiting fights to gain my health back. And that kind of worked out for us, didn't it? Didn't it work out for us? Isn't it? Isn't it over? Okay, now let's actually get to the gameplay, because that's what you're here for. This guy looks like Kurt Cobain reincarnated, which is totally fine by me, Mr. Nirvana Man. And I guess... is that still too soon? No, I don't think it's too soon, but it was a tragedy for everybody involved. Come on. Come on, Kurt. I've got a shotgun with your name on it, goddammit. I wish the shotgun were my penis. No, I don't. Yes, I quoted Rick and Morty despite my very conflicted feelings about it. An axe is a relatively simple weapon if we dash back and just, you know, settle into a routine with him, let him dance. Like that one. He's never gonna outrange us. It's when we fuck up our dash like that. That the axe man's gonna get us. But, you know, not today. Because we've been playing baseball, and his head is the baseball, and our bat is, I guess, the bat. Aspirant, I think we've got dual weapons here. Now that we've murdered Kurt Cobain. I think my fear is I'm not hitting the attack button soon enough. I'm waiting for their animation to end, which is kind of silly. That was too early, obviously. There. Slashings. Now we're gonna corner him. Come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, we donked him in the head. We accidentally punched him, but we could have killed him. Yes. I'm a psychopath with an axe and a dagger. Haven't you ever heard Mel Gibson speak? I actually never heard that. I withdraw my shot at Mel Gibson to inform you, but I've never actually heard his rant. The rant that gave him, you know, a lot of trouble. Like the rant that basically sort of ruined his career because I haven't seen him in a while. Elimination. Yeah, sure. Let's risk our future in elimination. That's it. There we go. And it's kind of funny that I've never heard it, but I assumed that it was bad because everybody told me it was bad, and that's why the scientific method is getting a lot of shit right now, I guess. Because that kind of understanding, not really all that necessary anymore. I mean, I'd make it a point now, and it's kind of a hassle. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of a hassle to get down here. Get down, get on down that road. Yeah, get down on the floor. I will dinosaur you. And by dinosaur you, I mean make you extinct. Shit, that was bad. And that's why I make the effort to, like, somebody tells me, like, this word means this. I'm gonna Google it, man. I'm gonna figure out if you're lying, son of a bitch. There you go. Now we got an axe and a cleaver. This'll be sexy. You have one weapon, I have two. I am twice the man you are. You also don't have a shield. I don't understand one-handed stuff here. Maybe I will eventually. Slash? No? Alright, no problems. Let's just block. And if you don't know how to block, it's just pointing the mouse at it. At least that's been my experience. See our hand move there? Let's see. He has only one angle of attack, and it's a very weak angle, so we can block with this and continue slashing. Dancing, sword dancing. Genzai. I've been playing Pillars of Eternity. No, wait, no, that's not the anecdote we were at. Hold on. Yeah, I Google shit now just to make sure things are real. I don't want to contribute to the dumbing down of the world today. Nobody has the, you know, nobody deserves a dumbing down. But I guess, on the other hand, it's also kind of shitty to expect people, like, you know, like, Google is available, being ignorant is a choice, and while that's all, and you know what, being ignorant as a choice did not begin with Google. That is an ancient, like, thing. Like, that's always been the case. Ignorance is generally, you know, a choice, or sometimes it's enforced on you. But even with Google, I mean, come on, it's not like you can learn everything out. My ribs, I learned my ribs were soft. Slash you in the head. Block it, slash it, pop it. Block it again. Yeah, we just need to block everything. Oh, god damn. That's a good hit. Block. I wonder what determines whether or not I can block something. Probably the angle, but that was a good slash. Don't worry about that. That is Cookie. Cookie is a dog. Cookie is a dog that gives no fucks. Cookie is a dog that I inherited from my aunt, then my grandmother, then my mother. It's the dog of death, basically. Where the hell were we talking about? Yeah, it's studying. It's kind of shitty to assume that people can just, you know, rather have the time to fully research a topic. On the other hand, if they're gonna talk shit about something, they probably should fully research the topic. And yet, again, on another hand, much like this guy, he probably should have been careful with what he was throwing out there. Like, you can't just, like, people should also be careful about what shit they talk about. Like, you can't just say, block. You know, say something, because I saw it and it was a neat post. What is it, GIF or GIF? And like, just say, oh, because it's a cool thing, I'm gonna share it and not fact check it. So part of it is the responsibility of the reader, part of it is the responsibility of the poster. Speaking of which, we're kind of doing well. I'm starting to learn how to dual wield more effectively. It's the block and slash. We're taking a lot of yellow hits, which, while not impressive... Oh my god, I cut off his nose. Holy shit, I didn't need to do that. He was down. That's like punching after the bell is rung. Pretty much literally, except you knocked him out and then you punched him on the way down, which could lead to a lot of serious brain damage. That's dual. I like this dual wielding style. Let's get used to it some more. That's not a dual wielding style. That is a steel bar. That is your face. Oh, I could have killed you. Oh, almost asked me. Almost asked me a question. Right there. You want to do something about this, man? Bye. We have disarmed her. We have removed her arms. Let's see if we can. You know what? I would kind of like a dismemberment feature here, or a maiming feature, something that affects you from fight to fight, but maybe that's a little too messed up. Adept. We can level up now. No, we can't. Am I an adept yet? Novice. Okay, what novice weapons can we get? What novice armor can we get? Thick leather boots, probably should use that, but I think that's going to remove our pants. But it's only 1 silver, so we can afford that. Let's upgrade our clothes, something I don't really do in real life. I think that's a belt. Fine leather belt. Baby. Adept me. I want to become an adept. Yeah, let's do that. And since it doesn't promulgate, we'll have to do each of these things manually. Belt 1, boots. There we go. At least it didn't remove our shoes as I suspected. Skirmish duel, novice duel. No, I don't think we have the gear for that. I think I'm just gonna punch somebody in the head right now. Yeah, we don't have the money for that. We don't have the armor for that, rather. Haha, I punched her arm. Well, the belt equipped at least, but we only equipped it for aspirant, I think. I don't think we equipped it up, which can be a problem. Come on, you fuck. Judo chop. Judo doesn't have chops, which is the joke. And does his leather pants have stitching? Because I kind of want those for my character. Not, you know, for me personally, like in real life, because I can't pull off leather pants to save my life. But could be neat. Yeah, it didn't promulgate, see? It didn't distribute itself, so we have to do this slowly and carefully. As for armor, what's our last ability here? Faint? Yeah, probably. We should probably start fainting. Not like a goat, fainting as in faking our attacks. Challenger inept. Aspirant inept rank. I think this will give us our daggers. If not, I mean, I can always club people to death. I'm good at that too. See? Well, we're getting better at it. And that's why I mean, as much as I want this to be evergreen and super informative, and I am trying to be informative, such as, since we are fighting a quarterstaff, the right to left attack is so much more important. Even though we hit with the left to right, generally speaking, you want that right to left to hit, because it's faster. Yeah, and their left to right is much slower. So it's a contest of baseball swings, of orthodox baseball swings. That's not how that terminology goes. I rant because it puts me in a zen-like state, like a form of meditation, the way I use Diablo to kind of meditate, because it empties my mind and, you know, lets my instincts take over and generally lets me play more. When I'm focused entirely on it, I think, on the match, I think about it too much, and then I can get confused. Oh, that sounded like it hurt. Is that a hammer? I'm gonna take that hammer for you, ma'am. I'm gonna need it for the rest of my matches. I want to practice my dual wielding. Aspirants? They should have double swings. Oh, that was a gentle tap to the face. Damn. If only we had hilt shots, that would be amazing, right? Hello. You two. Now let us just move that corpse gently over there. Lift that leg. There you go. Put that in our inventory. We don't get to keep these, by the way. We just get to steal them. Ah, not a single-handed weapon. If you are just starting out in Exanima, I hardly recommend starting with the big metal pipe, the one you hold like a two-hander, not like a quarterstaff. It's easy to handle, hits like a truck, fires like what? Let me sing it again. There you go. A lot of clean hits today. Oh my god, we murdered him. We executed him. His family is weeping. I've made orphans of his children because their mother died of grief. Get over here. I'm not, that's a Simpsons quote, but that's not the point. The point is, you want to get sad today? Kind of. Well, it really depends. It's hit and miss, depending on how you read it or how well you know the Simpsons. But read Don't Cry For Me, I Am Already Dead by the ever infamous Rebecca Sugar. Also, I want to show you what's up. Please stay down because this is so much safer for me. You're a big lady for me. Yeah, Don't Cry For Me, I Am Already Dead by Rebecca Sugar. It is mostly in Simpsons quotes, and it is one of the saddest things, personally. I consider it one of the saddest things. Well, yes, I can personally consider it one of the saddest things I ever read, but it's the saddest thing, one of the saddest things I've ever read. That is the sentence I'm going with. That is where we're okay at. Adept, no. Ah, look at those fancy swords. This is worse than shopping. When I'm shopping, at least I just don't have money. Here I have the money, but I just can't. Oh, do I have the money? I don't have the money. Oh, well, good. It's just like real life, then. No, real heroes don't use coiffs. Novice. As much as comfortable as I am with the axe, that is actually my preferred weapon. I'm gonna stick with the two-handers and the steel bar because I want to expand my horizons. I think I need an aspirant one-handed weapon. That's the problem right now. We also need to, not really need, but it would be nice to hire some people. Yeah, I think our aspirant stuff is... Oh, we have a dagger for aspirant stuff. I guess we've just been going into inept matches lately. Aspirant skirmish, aspirant fray. Tell you what, since we don't have the money to buy anything yet, let's see if we can hire some minions. People so we can throw into Hollian. What's your deal? You have no stuff, so no thank you. You'll do, I guess. I have one. And I need someone cheap. I have no money. I've overspent. Holy shit. Okay, no. Okay, we just have this one dude. I guess for like doubles we can do that. There are doubles events, which we can't get into because we're kind of shit. But we can get into it. Fray Elimination Novice. It's worth a shot, right? We don't have the armor, but we can steal it. There's that axe. Maybe I should carry it as a backup weapon. I just might, actually. That was a poor hit. I can also steal their armor for the upcoming tournament, by the way. So, there's that. Ooh. Come on. And thank you. Come on. See, now I'm thinking about the game, and now I'm overthinking everything. Slashes. Galore. Come on. Block. That was dangerous. That could have gotten us killed. We do have cloth armor, which, by the way, if you're curious, does not perform well against an axe. Although, depending on the stats of the axe, it might actually... We might actually be in more trouble if we have metal armor. Thank you. Can I have your shirt now? And armored up. Putting green shirt, armored up. Let's put this everything. I'm not looking at stats. I'm sure we will be fine. Oh, gloves. I could go for some gloves. And I will pick up the axe. Use it as a secondary depending on what we're fighting. If it's a shield person, I think I'm more comfortable fighting them with the axe. By the way, you can't put on a secondary weapon. Where's your axe, you fuck? Give me your weapon. Where is it? There it is. There it is. It's invisible on the ground there. There you go. There you go. Secondary. There we go. If we have a shield person, I'm way more comfortable with this. Switch out. Nice armor, dude. I also think my weapon is actually not suited for this fight. Come on. Come on. Who wants to be first? I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not using a lot of the special techniques because I don't need to. Because why? If you don't need to. Block. Double tap. Slash. Yeah. Almost got him with a head stack. Smash rather. Come on. Give me your body. Give me your soul. I also watched Keanu recently. That was not a bad movie at all. Most spoofs have this problem of not really spoofing, but merely just referencing, like, look at this thing, remember this from that other thing you watched? Maybe we can borrow your love of that thing for appreciation here. And, well, it doesn't work for many things. The Scary Movie franchise, for example. Is that a dog? Okay, gotcha. Let's deal with you a little bit better. God damn it. Maybe we should switch to the axe. Yeah, let's switch to the axe. Let's end this. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah, you're gonna stab me with that thing, huh? That's not how this works. Lever. See, I'm much better with the two-handed weapon. I'm gonna steal that. Yeah, I wanted to go for the basics weapon, our axe and dagger, but I don't think the axe and dagger have enough penetration to make that worthy. However, a sword and an axe is kind of sexy, isn't it? Oh, I should have gone for sword dagger, be all classical shit. I just like dodging more than blocking. That just seems smarter to me, right? Why be in the line of fire when you can just kill everybody? Actually, we can just bully this one. Yeah, like that. We're gonna miss. And we can interrupt the second swing by just backing into her, apparently. Back that ass up. Come on. Oh, that was bad. That was terrible. Okay, let's calm down. Block. Oh, wait. I think I just epiffed. See? Oh, shit. That was bad. But if we had blocked that and started our swing with our right weapon, we could have actually blocked and attacked at the same time, which is kind of gross. Okay. Okay, you win this one. My spine has been taken. It is broken. It is broken beyond belief. I'm gonna do one more match because that's kind of a dirty way to end it. Let's go for an aspirant duel. That was 1 gold. That could have been good money. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that a pitchfork? Is that Randy Pritchard? Hey, fuck. Hey, fucko. Stop it. That's your hand. Wow, the stabbing actually kind of fucked me up there. It is a pitchfork, though. Oh, shit. That stab, though. Not gonna kill us. It is gonna annoy us. Oh, wow. That is not a good note to end on. Pitchforks are apparently really powerful improvised weapons in this game. Look. Okay, let's settle back. I've stopped ranting, which means the source of my power has vanished. Come on. See, now I'm thinking too much. Or the AI is just better at that level and I'm actually crap. Wow, that steady crumble though. Oh shit. No, it's me, I think. Come on. I also need to buy armor, I think. I know there are people out there who are like, I can be aggressive without armor, and I applaud you. I am not one of those people. It kind of also made him flip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe to the Dark Fluffy Cloud channel so you don't miss a thing. You can also check out the rest of the channel. I have XCOM. I used to have other games, but schedules, you know. I'm gonna work on that. I am Patinator. I'll see you later.